Around the world, many dream of living and working in the United States, chasing the American dream. For families, it means new opportunities and a brighter future. One unique path is the EB-5 Immigrant Investor Program. By investing in the U.S. economy, you and your family can earn a green card and permanent residency. The program covers the investor, spouse, and children under 21. It's a win-win, fueling U.S. growth while offering families a new life. Next, we'll break down how the EB-5 program works and what you need to know. Let's dive in. The U.S. government has paused the EB-5 unreserved visa category after reaching its annual limit. No new unreserved visas will be issued until after September 30th, 2025. Demand has outpaced supply. Like a sold-out concert, all spots are gone until next year. Stay informed. This pause only affects the unreserved pool, not all EB-5 categories. After September 30th, 2025, new visas will be available. Until then, patience and planning are key. The EB-5 program, created in 1990, encourages foreign investment to boost the U.S. economy and create jobs. To qualify, investors must put $800,000 into a project in a targeted employment area, TE, or $1,050,000 elsewhere. The investment must come from legal sources and lead to at least 10 full-time jobs for U.S. workers within 2 years. The process starts with filing Form 1-526E with uscis. Once approved, the investor and family receive conditional green cards, valid for 2 years. Near the end of this period, investors file Form 1-829 to prove the investment was sustained and jobs were created. If approved, the conditions are removed, granting permanent residency. The program funds major projects, hotels, apartments, infrastructure across the country. It's not just about money, it's about real economic impact. The job creation requirement ensures communities benefit directly. The paperwork is complex, but the path is clear. Invest, create jobs, and earn a green card. The EB-5 program is a powerful tool for both investors and the U.S. economy. Understanding the requirements is the first step to success. Next, we'll look at the annual cap and why it matters for every applicant. Let's break it down. The U.S. immigration system sets strict numerical limits for most visa categories, including EB-5. Each year, about 10,000 EB-5 visas are available worldwide, but this number includes investors and their families. On average, each investor's application uses 3 visas, one for the investor, one for a spouse, and one for a child. This means only about 3,000 to 3,500 investor families can benefit each year. The EB-5 Reform and Integrity Act of 2022 allows unused visas from certain categories to roll over, sometimes increasing the pool. For 2025, rolled over visas meant more were available, but high demand quickly used them up. There's also a per-country cap. No country can get more than 7% of the total visas in a year. If some countries don't use their share, leftovers go to countries with higher demand. This system creates long backlogs for countries like China and India, where demand far exceeds the cap. The annual cap and per-country limits make timing and strategy crucial for investors. Understanding these numbers helps set realistic expectations. Next, we'll explore the difference between reserved and unreserved visas and why it matters now more than ever. Stay with us. The EB-5 Reform and Integrity Act of 2022 split the annual visa pool into 2 main types, reserved and unreserved. The unreserved category is the traditional pool, making up about 68% of visas, and is now paused due to high demand. Reserved visas, 32% of the total, are set aside for specific projects, 20% for rural areas, 10% for high unemployment areas, and 2% for infrastructure. These reserved categories are designed to direct investment where it's needed most. The current pause only affects unreserved visas. Reserved categories remain open and current for all countries. This gives new investors a strategic choice. Wait in line for unreserved visas, or invest in a reserved project and move forward without delay. Reserved visas offer a faster, more predictable path to a green card right now. For those eager to avoid backlogs, choosing a rural, high unemployment, or infrastructure project is the smart move. The split between reserved and unreserved visas is now the most important factor in EB-5 planning. Investors should weigh their options carefully. The reserved path is a rare opportunity to bypass the current bottleneck. As demand shifts, these categories may fill up too. So timing is everything. In the next scene, we'll see how these changes impact applicants from China, India, and the rest of the world. The landscape is evolving. Let's see who's most affected. Keep watching. The EB-5 cap impacts countries differently, especially China and India, where demand is highest. Chinese investors face a backlog stretching nearly a decade. Only those who filed before December 2015 are getting unreserved visas now. The pause doesn't change this backlog. It just reinforces that the unreserved path is slow for Chinese applicants. Indian investors saw some recent progress, with the cutoff date advancing to February 2020, but the pause now halts all new unreserved visas until October 2025. For most other countries, there was no backlog until now. The pause means everyone must wait for the new fiscal year. The silver lining reserved visa categories remain open and current for all countries, including China and India. This offers a way to bypass national backlogs and the current pause entirely. For investors from high-demand countries, reserved visas are now the fastest route. The global EB-5 landscape is shifting, and strategic choices matter more than ever. Understanding your country's situation is key to planning your EB-5 journey. The next scene explains why the 2025 pause happened and what it means for the future. Let's dig into the reasons behind this sudden change. Stay tuned. Why did the EB-5 unreserved cap get reached so quickly this year? The answer: a surge in demand, new legislation, and the way visas are counted and carried over. The EB-5 Reform and Integrity Act of 2022 created reserved categories and allowed unused reserved visas from the previous year to be added to the unreserved pool. This meant more unreserved visas were available at the start of 2025, letting the State Department process backlogs faster. But the larger pool was quickly exhausted as more applicants became eligible. The result: the unreserved category sold out much earlier than expected. This shows how policy changes and fluctuating demand can rapidly shift the landscape. The system is always balancing fairness, demand, and strict legal limits. The goal was to reduce wait times, but the success of that effort led directly to the current pause. For investors, it's a reminder that the U.S. immigration system is dynamic and sometimes unpredictable. Next, we'll discuss what investors should do now to navigate the wait and make smart choices. With unreserved visas paused, what's the best move for investors? If you've already filed for an unreserved project, your place in line is safe. Just be patient and monitor the visa bulletin for updates. For new investors, the smartest strategy is to choose a project in a reserved category: rural, high unemployment, or infrastructure, where visas are still available. This path offers the fastest route to a green card right now. Do your homework research projects, check the developer's track record, and ensure the project can create the required jobs. Work with experienced immigration attorneys and financial advisors to navigate the process. Stay informed. U.S. immigration rules can change quickly. The monthly visa bulletin is your best source for official updates. Whether you're waiting or just starting, understanding the trends and making informed choices is crucial. The pause is temporary, but smart planning can help you avoid unnecessary delays. In our final scene, we'll look ahead to what happens after September 30th, 2025. Let's see what the future holds for EB-5 investors. The pause on unreserved EB-5 visas ends September 30th, 2025. On October 1st, a new supply of visas will be available and consulates will resume processing. But high demand means a backlog will likely form immediately, even for countries that never had one before. Only those who filed before the new cutoff date will get visas right away. Others will wait. This makes reserved categories even more attractive, as they'll likely remain current longer. Congress created these set-asides to encourage investment in underserved areas, and as long as demand doesn't exceed supply, they offer a faster path. We may see more investors choosing reserved projects to avoid delays. The 2025 pause highlights the EB-5 program's popularity and the need for strategic planning. The path to a U.S. green card through investment is still open, but the rules are changing. The key takeaway: understand the difference between reserved and unreserved categories and plan accordingly. With the right strategy, you can navigate the EB-5 program and achieve your American dream. Thanks for watching, stay informed, and good luck on your journey. The future is bright for those who plan ahead.